This week I'm going to Calcutta, or Kolkata, as it is now known, in West Bengal. I rumbled into town on the 6:5 special with the usual early morning crowd, munching oranges, playing cards and chewing beetle leaves, and placing early bets on the cricket score. The Aussies are in town too. There is a quiet, controlled mayhem as the train disgorges its passengers, surging off to work. Calcutta, to me, is a surprise. Despite its enormous sprawl and teeming millions, it is, paradoxically, not unfamiliar. Wide tree-lined boulevards, exotic yet crumbling apartment blocks with their verandas and balconies, reminiscent of Palermo or New Orleans. Its spacious parks, jammed with goats and cricket players, even at 7 o'clock in the morning. But, surprise of surprises, it is not a rubbish-strewn cesspit. Calcutta is amazingly clean. The Queen Victoria Memorial is considered as one of the most outstanding relics of the British Raj in India. You can go inside and see the amazing museum for a mere £2. But for me to stand in front of it to be filmed, they wanted £1,500. So I thought, I'll do it in the road. In a city as vast as Calcutta, it's very difficult to really put a handle onto Calcuttan, or shall we say Bengali cuisine. There is a vast Chinese community here, all sorts of people from all over India. But one thing which all the dishes here have in common, they are cooked either with mustard seed powder or cooked in mustard seed oil. It's a very dark, pungent oil. Anyway, my duck curry today requires cardamoms, cloves, cinnamon, ginger paste, garlic paste, salt, turmeric, coriander, red chili powder and bay leaves. And in here, I've already got frying, in this very pungent oil, some sliced Indian red onions, so they're brown already. Then we have to add the cardamom, the cinnamon and the cloves and the bay leaf and let that crackle, let's say, let the flavour come out of it in the hot oil. Then we'll add some red chili powder. You must stir that in well so you get the flouriness out of it. Then some coriander powder. And then a little turmeric powder. These stoves are like jet engines. They either take off at 1,000 feet per second or they blow out in the wind. One of the curses of television land is the wind. Then we'll put some garlic paste in and some ginger paste. This is the masala, which is essential to every curried dish. Right. Turn the afterburners back on again. Add a little water. Then we just pop in the duck pieces, which are on the bone. Most people in Western Europe hate bones, but here in India, even fish is cooked on the bone, rabbit, duck, chicken, mutton, all cooked on the bone because, of course, it does give a much better flavour. Now, over here, a unique dish, I'm told, here in Calcutta, although I have cooked with the yoghurt in the south, or will do, depending on which order the programme comes out, is a fish curry in turmeric and yoghurt. So here, I've got some bay leaves, cardamoms, mace, which come from the outside of nutmeg, if you remember, coriander, ginger paste, turmeric, green chilies, onion paste, currants, sugar and salt, and some excellent natural yoghurt. So, now this is a time where you really can see this very pungent mustard oil quite clearly. You see, it's got an amazingly deep colour, and it smells of mustard, tastes of mustard, and you should use it really quite sparingly because it is very, very strong. First thing then, we'll crackle the mace and the cardamoms. This brings the flavour out of them. A couple of bay leaves. They're crackling now. Then we'll put in the chilies, just split down the middle. Then we add some turmeric powder. Mix that well in with the oil and cook it till the powderiness has gone. A little bit of coriander powder. Some ginger paste, it's a bit too much actually. Ginger paste, and then some red onion paste. Let that cook gently so all the flavors are absorbed, and once again we have our masala. Then we add some yogurt. Now, the tricky thing about this is that if you cook it over too hot a flame, the yogurt will curdle. So add a little bit of yogurt to start with, mix it in. Then a drop of water to thin it down a bit. And stirring all the time and keep it over a very low heat until you have a gravy. In Indian cooking, you don't have sauces, you have gravies. So we now have the yogurt mixed with the masala and we've got the gravy. Then we've got this wonderful fish, which is a sort of a freshwater carp or mullet kind of fish. So now these fresh fillets of fish are just poached gently in the masala and the yogurt gravy. Simply let that simmer gently for only now about 5 or 10 minutes. It's another good dish that demonstrates that Indian cooking can be very, very quick, which is most enjoyable. Here in Calcutta, everything is flavoured with mustard seed oil. For example, our fish curry cooked in mustard seed oil with yogurt and turmeric. Or our duck masala, musty, tangy, and a very much an acquired taste. From the snow-capped Himalayas, the river Ganges, or Ganga as it is now known, flows 1,600 miles to the Bay of Bengal. It is not just a river like any other river. For Indians, it is sacred. It is the water of life. It can heal. It can wash away your sins. And also, quite conveniently, you can do your dobi in it. Spanning the mighty Ganges is the Howrah Bridge, which, like the Sydney Harbour Bridge or Brunel's Oven Gorge Bridge, is a legacy of engineering when Britain was truly great. 1 million people a day pour over the 850-metre span without a tremble. What price London's Millennium Bridge, I hear you say? Anyway, moving swiftly on. The Bengalis, like me, have a very sweet tooth, so you'll find thousands of sweet shops like this all over Calcutta. But one of the most favourite sweets of all is this one, the rushgada. It's extracted from milk and cooked in sugar syrup. It's sticky, sweet, and absolutely delicious. Rosh means syrup, gola means ball, hence round ball and syrup. Simple. Curds are made from boiled milk. Excess water is extracted by hand, then by machine. The dry curd is then formed into balls and boiled in sugar syrup. They can be canned or served fresh. And just for us, the workers dressed up, although to me they look more like surgeons than sweet makers. Hello. Can I have a sweet one, please? Thank you. After eating in India, instead of an after-eight mint, you are offered a pan, a betel leaf stuffed with spices and condiments like mint, sweet jelly, date palms, cardamom, sometimes tobacco, as a mouth freshener and digestif. However, overindulgence, they can be addictive and stains the teeth badly, but what the hell, they taste great. Thank you very much. Well, it beats Pepsi's any day of the week. The term railway children takes on a desperate connotation in Calcutta, far removed from the adventures of Jenny Agatha and chums. These lads, in the Harlequin strip, are playing rugby against their former enemies, the Calcutta police, in blue. After horrific years of living by begging and petty crime, and worse, and sleeping rough in Calcutta stations, these kids, at best artful dodgers, at worst victims of the most obscene deprivations, have taken the chance of a new life offered them by a charity called Future Hope. Now here's a strange match. Take Sanjay, for example. When he was 6, he ran away from home. 4 years later, the charity found him. And 18-year-old Kabir, he doesn't even know how long he spent on the streets, but he does remember being arrested. And Bablu, he was tied up as a child, and at the age of 6, he managed to cut the ropes and escape. You get the picture, I'm sure. Well, now, these bright, articulate and well-mannered young men are enjoying a game of rugby, to them manner-born and at ease and friends with their former foes.
Rugby, along with food and wine and other things, is one of my great passions. So when I was invited to cook a barbecue for this lot today, I accepted with alacrity, and I thought I could perhaps show you a few tips as well. The secret for Indian barbecuing is the marinades they make. Now, my first marinade is going to be for cottage cheese. I'm going to put some turmeric powder into my bowl, some red chili powder, some garam masala, which is cinnamon, cloves and cardamoms and bay leaf all ground up. Then some of this strange Bengali mustard seed oil, some lemon juice, and the ubiquitous tomato sauce. Can't go anywhere without it. A bit more turmeric. Now, on my kebab here, I've got local cottage cheese, peppers, onion, and bits of tomato. So I'll just finish off the last ones of these and pop it into the fridge to marinate for about an hour. That's the first one. The second one is for my prawns, and this one again has the same garam masala, same turmeric, same red chilies, but this time some ginger and garlic paste and some yogurt, natural yogurt, into the prawn marinade. And some lemon juice. We mix that up into a nice paste and paint that onto the wonderful king prawns, or the tiger prawns as we have here. And again, leave that in the fridge for about an hour. And the third one I'm doing is for chicken pieces. And here we have fresh coriander, finely chopped, fresh green chilies, finely chopped, ground cumin seed, a little salt, ginger and garlic paste, some cream, and then, curiously, some vinegar. And we pour that, as I've already poured some, over the chicken pieces and leave that to marinate for about an hour. I'll get on with the game, I think. Go!
Watch the camera, watch the camera!
So, shake off the excess marinade and pop them onto the plancha. You can do this over a charcoal barbecue, of course, and indeed, if you happen to have one, a tandoori oven, you could pop them inside that.
Run, pass, Pablo! Play on, play on!
Come on, guys, fruits up! Final score was 37 Future Hope, 17 Calcutta Police. You know, that's some bread and help yourself.
Apart from the appalling temperature, the outrageous humidity, the stickiness, we could have been at Isha Rugby Club.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
We really have. We really
Watching us
have.
play rugby as
Yeah.
well as cooking.
It's great. Two of my great passions. One is rugby and one is cooking. There's no such thing as a cool time in Calcutta, but if you dress in loose cotton clothing, you can spend a day wandering around the markets of the city. Take, for example, Beau Bazaar. It's absolutely extraordinary. The energy, the vibrancy, and the variousness of all the fruits and vegetables that are on display there, the hard work the men are putting into it. And then you go to the book market in College Street. Now here is a sensational place. Millions and millions and millions of books. And if you love flowers, look at this lot. It's absolutely spectacular, and the fragrance really destroys the otherwise quite polluted smell of the city. It is truly a breath of fresh air. And pick a leaf or two, pick a petal or two, cast it into the Ganges and make a wish. It's fair to say that rice is the staple diet of the Indian. And here they produce 11 different varieties, ranging in prices from about 16p a kilo to 50p a kilo. But this is for basmati rice, which is produced in the north, not down in the south. And apart from making little rice cakes, idlis, and dosas, which are rice pancakes, of course it goes with every kind of curry or vegetable dish. And even the flies really enjoy it. However, more about rice later. Today, I'm in a fishy state of mind. The distinctive flavour of Bengali cooking comes from the use quite liberally of mustard seed paste and mustard seed oil. Now this dish, which is going to be fish stuffed into a banana leaf, is a typical version of this way of cooking. First of all, this rich mustard seed oil, and some turmeric, some red chili powder, as hot or as little as you like, some mustard paste, paste of ground ginger and garlic, a little sugar to take away the really pungent flavour of the mustard, and to make it extra hot, some fresh green chilli. Don't forget, the more seeds you leave in a chilli, the hotter it is. The more you take out, the cooler it is. Oh, goodness me, it's really, really powerful smell. If you're using mustard seed oil, you will really know it. It catches you right at the back of the throat. And you won't escape it. Here in Bengal, everything, but everything, uses mustard oil and mustard seed. Right, onto a banana leaf, spread a bit of that. Then put on one fillet of fish. Smear the paste evenly on both sides. Fold the banana leaf. Now, obviously, you could use tin foil if you don't have banana leaves. And fasten it with a cocktail stick. So you have a neat little packet. And in the time-honoured tradition of cookery programs, here's a handful I prepared earlier. So they just go into the steamer. For a couple of minutes. And the lid goes on, we'll steam those for about 5 minutes, not very long. Now, my next dish is another typical Bengali speciality, and this is prawns, but cooked with some interesting things this time. Cardamom seeds, bay leaves, ginger and garlic, but a puree of onions, boiled onions, and a puree of boiled cashew nuts, red chili powder, cumin powder, and turmeric. So, as usual, the first thing we do, little oil in the wok, and we come back to this term crackling, which is to sizzle the spices until they crackle, and that's when the flavours and the oils of the spices are released. As soon as they start to crackle, we're in business. They're crackling. Next, we'll add some chili powder,
and some cumin powder. Cook that for just a second or two so the flouriness is gone. Then we'll add the ginger and garlic. Then the puree of boiled onions. Once that's nicely cooked, we'll add the puree of boiled cashew nuts. Health warning here, if you're allergic to nuts, this dish is not for you because also it is enriched with coconut milk. And we simmer that in coconut milk for a while. Then we'll add a bit of cream as well. So if you've got a heart problem, avoid this dish like the plague. And then finally, just chuck in the lovely big tiger prawns, which I've deveined down the back, remove the head, remove the shell, and just leave the tail on, and let them simmer in this wonderful mustard-flavoured coconut and cashewed gravy until the prawns are cooked. Just 2 or 3 minutes. Another example of how quick Indian cooking can be. 2 classic Bengali dishes, prawns simmered in a gravy of pureed cashews and coconut milk, lightly spiced, and fish coated in an aromatic mustard paste with spices and steamed in a banana leaf. Next week, I finish my Indian journey in the desert region of Rajasthan and the city of lakes, Udaipur, where I'll be cooking for the villagers of Imlipura, posing as a saga lout in the magnificent palaces, guidebook in hand, of course, and doing what I like best, confusing the locals in Dan Mandi Market as I fire up my kadai and cook. Hope you'll join me. Oh, by the way, I've written a book to accompany this series. It's called Floyd's India, and it includes all the recipes I've shown you and more. And of course, it's available from all good bookshops.